Are we streaming? Are we streaming? I'm going to assume we are streaming. We are streaming. Okay, great. Sorry for that sigh. Like I was trying to figure out how to stream again since I hadn't done this since last week. And I was like, is it working yet? Is it not working yet? You know, whatever. Um, so hello everyone, anyone who's watching this in real time, and anyone who will be watching this in the future. My name is April. Welcome to I was going to say welcome to my archives, but I'm going to say welcome to my live stream instead because I'm so cool. So, welcome to my live stream. Today, as you can see, I have some notes from my very long fan fiction series up on the screen. Today, I am going to be writing chapter 12, beginning to write chapter 12, and these are just some notes of things that I have a whole idea of how it'll go. These are just like points that I usually start with, begin with, and then just kind of go from there. I will be doing this live stream every Tuesday around 6 p.m. I'm not going to say at 6 p.m. And 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you're in the U.S. I don't know what that is in other countries, but just to confirm, in the U.S. Eastern Standard Time, and it won't be exactly at 6 p.m. Like I would love to say, oh, my ass is gonna be in this chair at 6 p.m. No, it'll probably be like today 6:15, or even 6:30, but I'm gonna say between the hours of 6 and 7. You know, I'm gonna try to like get these scheduled, and you guys can get notifications for when I am going to, when I schedule a stream, because I want to make this a real thing. Like I want to make this a thing every week, or maybe every 2 weeks if I can't do every week. But I really do want to show you guys how I go about this process. I'm not going to be talking the whole time, so apologies if you come in here and I'm just like silently typing. That's literally the only way I can focus. Like I'll talk, and if you guys ask me questions, I'm going to answer them when I see them. I'm happy to chat if you want to chat, but if nobody's chatting, I'm just going to be writing and describing a few things here or there, and drinking my cranberry juice in my Loki cup. So that's how it's going to be. So let's get the show on the road, actually. All right. So in my last stream, I mentioned that I was transitioning from, also I was hella sick in my last stream, so this should be a lot better. I'm not coughing and sneezing and stuff. But I mentioned that I was transitioning from Google Docs, because I've been writing my fics in Google Docs for years, to Notion, because I guess it's just a better app, a better software to be creative in. And so this is just kind of like my test. I'm doing this, and I'll see if I'll stick with it. Google Docs I feel like you could be more organized in Notion. It's just that I'm beginning, when in the beginning phase, it's like I'm still learning how to use Notion, so I'm not really sure of how organized I can be at this point. But we're certainly going to try. So let's go back. I'm just going to copy this stuff. And I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to copy all of it, actually. Yeah. Bring the new ideas there. And if you're confused on why I'm saying I'm writing chapter 12 out of my chapter 12 of my 300,000 word fic, this is just this is part 2 of the fic that I'm writing. This isn't just normal chapter 12. It's like a sequel, chapter 12 of a sequel, because no, I didn't write 300,000 words before in 12 chapters. So okay, so I Don't have a chapter title yet because I mean I haven't even began writing it. I write the chapter title after I write the like the whole basically the whole chapter and the summary because I have to get something on the page and able to be able to summarize it and name it. So glass is dirty again. Oh my god. So I'm just going to get started. I already have the outline of how things are going to go chronologically. This is going to be like a not a flashback like we said last time. It's more of a it's more of a different point of view, right? It's going to be somebody else's point of view about what happened last chapter. So that's basically what it's going to be. Going to be Loki's point of view, which I rarely do and haven't done in ages, but I love doing Loki's point of view. It's going to be interesting because I haven't done it in a while. So let's see. Okay. All right. We're going to, I really want to know. I'll turn Grammarly off for right now. I'll turn it on. I like to turn Grammarly off. Is it off? I may have to refresh it. But I like to turn Grammarly off. Wait, can you guys even see Grammarly? Oh man, I think that's only me because I'm only sharing my screen. I'm only sharing this app so you can't even see Grammarly. That's kind of wild. You can't see all these red lines I'm saying. I wonder, I just tried to turn it off. So what the heck, why is it still popping up? Anyways, we'll deal with it because I want to get to writing. Okay, so I'm going to start a couple days or a week earlier. So last chapter, let's go back to last chapter and see where it ended. Chapter 11, part 2. So basically to summarize last chapter, Loki kind of invaded your. I'm not going to say you. I'm going to say the reader. This is a self-insert, so that's why it's lots of views. Hope you don't mind. I mean, I guess if you do mind, then just, I guess not watch this. Okay, so Loki had invaded your dreams because you were avoiding him because you went to him. Sorry, you reader. Oh God, reader avoided him because she wanted him to go along with the plan of the team, really Tony Stark and Steve Rogers, getting Loki a girlfriend because like people thought, like the press and the media and people, like there was a rumor going around that Reader and Loki were dating, which is not true, at least not yet. But Tony's like hell no, because like he's kind of like a father, kind of cool uncle figure to the Reader, and then Steve has a crush on Reader, and they're like, no, we gotta get him a girlfriend so they can pay attention to him. But it's like a fake girlfriend, not a real girlfriend. But of course, like Reader's jealous. She's trying to act like she's not, but Steve convinced her to do it. So she convinced Loki, even though everybody knew it was a bad idea, and basically he found out by invading her dreams because she wouldn't go to him. She was too chicken shit to go to him. So basically what happened was that sorry, I was getting distracted. What had happened was she convinced him. There was a whole thing. They went to this charity gala, and then she got jealous because they look so good together. And then Steve kind of slid in and asked Reader on a date while she was kind of very vulnerable, but just kind of, it's not like it's bad, but it's like, She didn't know it was a date, and then she went to the rooftop to get some air, and then Loki came because she had embarrassed herself there in front of him and his fake girlfriend because she got jealous and said some stuff. And then he's about to confess because he realized like, oh, this woman is actually in love with me. Um, and so basically, once he figured out that she actually did have feelings for him, um, that's when that's when he was about to confess, and then Steve kind of fucked it up. Like if I go, oh my god, I forgot this was a 30-page chapter. That just reminded me. A 30-page chapter. This was the longest chapter I had actually written. Um, by the way, if anybody's viewing this now, I'm just doing a recap of the last chapter of my fanfic, Freedom and Chaos. It's a Loki X Reader fanfic. And I was just going to scroll down and talk about the last scene and realize that almost 30 pages. And I haven't updated this fic in like maybe 3 weeks to a month because I was like, look, this is 4 chapters in one. Y'all, if y'all hungry, continue eating this until until I literally like have the energy to update because I do YouTube, I work full time. You know how it is. Everybody knows how it is. Anyway, so okay. So that's what happened last time. Like Loki was he was about to finally say his feelings, like confess his feelings, and it was all romantic and wonderful. And then of course, Steve slid in. He interrupted. And so we're going from there, but now we're about to go to Loki's POV because, in chapter 12 we're going to Loki's POV because basically, like, there were some things that happened. Like, I want to get Loki's side, which I rarely ever get, and I think it'd be interesting to kind of delve into his side of like how he was in chapter 11 part 2 because reader doesn't know but we need to know, and then the chapter is going to kind of end basically back to this scene but on Loki's point of view, which I think is really cool. Okay, so let me stop talking and now just actually start writing. Like I said, I'm transitioning this to Notion. That's why I'm going between these two apps. And I'm going to describe things, but probably not as much. So if any of you have like questions or something, or just something to say, whatever it is, I'm looking at the chat right now. I will see if you have anything to say and I will respond to it. But other than that, I may say some things, but I really got to focus. So let's go. So I do want to start with a couple of days or a week earlier. Oh, I got one like. Thank you. That was very kind of you, whoever did that. Okay. So I have Sarah and Loki have a come to Jesus talk in the company restaurants, right? So Sarah had took Loki. Sarah's a fake girlfriend, all right? She's not even a main character in this fic, but she is the fake girlfriend because I'm like, why not have her name be named Sarah and people be like, Sarah, like not that Sarah's a bad name, but like, a fake girlfriend when that's interrupting, but she's actually really, really nice and really smart. Kind of another twist I wanted to happen is people to assume that, because unfortunately they fear that another woman will mess things up. No, she's actually like she's not messing nothing up. So I wonder how I want to start this. I think I will start it in the fancy restaurant where they went to. Which restaurant was that? Let me actually find. Let's see. The restaurant. Okay, so this was it. This is the part I'm talking about. So before I was about to. So, okay, it says, um, no better to start, no better to start than now. Free for the next few hours, so maybe we can go down and have dinner at that fancy seafood restaurant on the third floor. Okay, so it's a seafood restaurant. Oh, wow, they got a seafood restaurant, and I just never mind. I just had a whole kind of. This is a fan fiction. I'm like, why they got a seafood restaurant on that third floor in New York City? Like, I don't know why I thought that. Okay, so let's do this quick. So how long have I been streaming anyway? Okay, I've been streaming 15 minutes, so I'm gonna take another 15 to write. So I better stop yapping and get to writing. Okay, so let's start from here. So I'm trying to imagine how the scene would start. I'm imagining Loki being an ass because he was an ass to Sarah before. And then, or her watching him like sulkily, is that the word? Sulkily? Sulkily walk into the restaurant and she's like, why the long face? Something like that. Either sulkily or like annoyedly, maybe a mix, because you know he's going to have to show some sort of resistance, some sort of anger. He's Loki. If you know, you know. Okay. Let's see. Blue. Sarah's eyes is green. Dang, I was going to say blue eyes met green. I'm going to stop. I've already made enough like green. Oh, hi. Hello, friend. Welcome to my fan fiction writing. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to start this scene for my fanfic. So that's what I'm yapping about. So if you have any questions or just things to say, you can just say them. Other than that, I'm just going to talk out loud about what I'm trying to write. So, okay, so Loki's going to walk into the restaurant all sulkily and annoyedly. So, we'll start off simple. This will be the first draft of chapter 12, so it may not be that great, but we'll see. Okay, so Sarah at Loki amusedly stared. We're just trying to get words on the page at this point, honestly. So it'll make some sense, but it won't be perfect. I like to go back and make things sound better than Sarah amusedly stared at Loki. It's fine, but that's what we're working with now. Okay, thanks. Okay, I was just responding back to you. You're nice and okay. So Sarah amusedly stared at Loki as he stalked. I'm just picturing this in my head as he stalked into the restaurant, the diner. Restaurant sounds fancier than diner. At least I think so. Also, I do not know how to spell restaurant. Oh, it's right there. I don't have to think about how to spell restaurant. The restaurant. See, as he stalked into the restaurant, almost knocking over the poor waiter, server, hurriedly, hurriedly ran past him to get out of his way. This is the very first, who hurriedly does make more sense. This is like the first draft of the sentence. I'm going to stop explaining that. This is not going to be great, maybe good, but let's just remember this is the first. This is my first ideas of this. Okay. Who did that? Okay. So he's rushing in, right? Because he's kind of pissed. He has to go on this date with this woman he does not even know or want to know. Like, he's in love with the reader character. And she's making him go on this date because of rumors and drama and whatever. So, okay, who hurriedly ran past him to get out of his way. What else did he do? Okay, so when he finally made his way to her table, he took a seat. How did he take a seat? He slowly took a seat at this point. Okay, he slowly took a seat, and he slowly took a seat. I'm LOLing at your LOL. He slowly took a seat and did not make eye contact with her until she cleared her throat. Okay. Reluctantly, I was going to say resistingly. Is that even a word? Probably not. But this is fan fiction. We make up all kinds of stuff. Reluctantly, let's see. Reluctantly, move that over here. Okay. Reluctantly, oh, that's not how you spell that. Yeah, that makes more sense. Reluctantly, he met her amused gaze, only seeming to get more grumpy, upset, irritated, maybe irritated for now, irritated at the fact that she seemed to be in a good mood while he was clearly struggling. And okay, so I now want Sarah to say something. Why the long faced? Maybe why the long faced? Why the long face? Maybe. Yes. She's very nice. Let's start with why the long face. Why the long face? Or something like we're in one of the best seafood spots in the city. Why the long face? She's kind of playing around with him because she knows why the long face. Why the long face? spots. Yes. Okay, there we go. And then he says, oh, we need some space between there. Okay. And then he says, well, maybe he doesn't say anything. Oh yeah, he will say, he'll be like, he, okay, sorry, I'm trying to get in my actor mode. This is actually how I write. I usually don't talk about it. I kind of think about it in my head and then like actually picture what the characters would look like. So if she says that, what fandom is this? This is low key. So like, okay, so it's Marvel, like MCU fandom, but it's like specifically low key, low key, the low key fandom. We love a villain here. We meaning me. Um, so that's what this is. Um, so he's a villain. In this fic, he's kind of still a villain, kind of not. It's kind of complicated. Um, it's called my this fic is called Freedom and Chaos. It's on Tumblr and it's on AO3 if you want to check it out. But yeah, that's where this is from. So thinking about Loki and like how he would look, or what he would say, he's very sarcastic and he's not easily swayed, at least not by most people. So he would be like, he would probably, I feel like I'm acting on the spot here because I kind of am. So he would probably be like, maybe he'll roll his eyes or something for now. Because we're trying to write here. He rolled his eyes. Um, he glared at her. Yes, he's a glarer. He's certainly a glarer. Um, he glared at the brunette because she's a brunette. That's not how you spell brunette. What fan fiction do you write, by the way? You can write it in the chat. I mean, of course, how else are you going to communicate with me? Or what fan fiction, what fandoms are you in, or fandom, main fandom? So he glared at the brunette. Um, he glared over at the brunette with his arms crossed because this man is stiff. Like he's sitting in this chair just like he doesn't even want to look at her, right? He glared over at the brunette. My Hero Academia. That's basically it. Like a few more, but I only read fics from that fandom. But the fic me and my friend are writing. Oh, y'all. So I just smiled at him. Yes, of course I do. But I wanted you to say it for yourself. Looked at her with a mix of confusion and irritation. I know we probably already used that word, but we'll change it later. I'm just trying to get the idea right now. Oh, did my mic? Okay, my mic went out. Is it still out? I think I know why my mic went out. Let me know if it's still out. If you can hear me. It looks like it's still on. I think what happened was that my headphones got connected to my husband's phone, so he had texted me and say, "Hey, can you disconnect?" They should not be paired anymore. So, yeah, please let me know if it is still working, because it's showing it is, at least. I'm gonna continue going like it. Okay. I'm assuming that you can hear me now. Got no clue what you said before. No. Okay. This sucks. Hold on, let me check my. I wanna check and see. Let's try this again. Okay, you can hear now. Thank God. I know the chat's a little bit delayed, so don't feel bad. But anyways, what I said before, when you finally get caught up to this point, what I said before was that also, thank God that you're here, because I would have just kept yapping, not even knowing if nobody said anything. But I asked you, I said, if you can confirm that your fic is on AO3 or not, because I was giving it a shout out. I said shout out to Scars of the Divine. So, yes, that's what I said. I'm glad you can hear. I need to start turning off my Bluetooth when I do this, because it immediately gets connected to everything else. Okay, so he looked at her with a mix of confusion and irritation. Brow slightly raising and question. I beg your pardon? He doesn't say it like that, but sometimes I say it like that. That's me in this fan fiction. I beg your pardon. I don't know why I would talk like that. I'm going to attempt a low key accent. Okay. I beg. No, I'm not. I'm not about to embarrass. I'm embarrassing myself enough. It's not about to be on this live stream. Okay. Um, pardon. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. Okay, yes, it is on AO3. Okay, shout out. I beg your pardon. And then she says, okay. And then she says, have you not, I may be jumping the gun here, but I'm really just trying to write out as many ideas for you guys right now and not waste any time. Have you not told her yet? So this is kind of how this conversation will go. I'll edit it later, add some more stuff, blah, blah, blah. Have you not told her yet? Because if I think, sometimes my thinking takes too long and I will literally be thinking 3 minutes until I write a sentence. We ain't got time for that. This is a live stream. Told who what? Sarah. What does she say? It's like, told who what? And then Sarah's like, she tilts her head. Why? I don't know. Just writing physical things for people. Your friend, the one who, yeah, for sure. I probably won't be live, but see you later. When you come back, I won't be live. But thanks for joining. All right. Probably end soon anyway. Your friend, the one who. Okay, I at least gotta write this scene before I finish. This is my first time, y'all. I'm sorry for all the talking. At least we got some writing. Just a little bit. Okay. The one who convinced you to come on this date with me. He blinked. Sorry, this would be tilted actually. He blinked. I write in different tenses sometimes, so I apologies for the bad writing. It's my husband in the background in the kitchen coughing up a storm because I got him sick. He blinked at her, seeming taken aback. I do not follow. What does she have to do with any of this? He knows. She knows. Question mark. Yes. What else does he say? So what does she have to do with any of this? And then she says, she's like, she gives him like a deadpan look. Is that deadpan? Or is it like what do y'all call, okay, if anybody's watching now, what do you call a look? Like, write it in the chat if you know. If you don't know, it's okay. A look that when it's somebody's giving you like the really look, like, would that just be deadpan? Until I figure it out, I'm just gonna write deadpan. She rested her hand on her chin, narrowing her eyes narrowing on him. That's eyes narrowing on him. Green eyes. She has green eyes too, because why not? No. All right. So, green eyes narrowing on him. Are you gonna sit here and pretend that you don't have feelings? For that gorgeous girl that is always, I want to say always following you around, but that sounds bad. I don't think she's trying to make it seem like the reader is a bad person. That maybe that can't seem to stay or keep her eyes off of you. Keep her eyes off of you. She chuckled. Also, anyone who's still watching, like I said, if you have any questions, like if you're watching, you're jumping in the middle of this and you have questions about what kind of fic is this, what's going on, but anything while I'm writing, go ahead and add them to the chat. Only way I can explain, because I can't keep explaining anytime somebody joins, because I'm like, they probably don't even care. She chuckled, or she snickered. She chuckled. Hell. Yes. Hell. Neither of you can seem to stay away from each other. That is because what? That is because she, how would we describe the reader and what Loki's doing? She's basically like his like guide. Like, that's because she has been assigned to be my keeper. Keeper sounds so negative. Let's write guide for a minute. Guide sounds lame, but we'll change it later. While I'm trapped on this insufferable, that's such a low-key word. Oh my God. This is why I love writing low-key language. Like the language that he uses, I'm just like, that just made no sense to any of y'all, but it did to me. I'm trapped on this insufferable planet. Okay. So, all right, we wrote a little bit. I'm sorry it's not much. I'm getting used to this. We've been streaming for how long now? Almost, okay, 45 minutes on the dot. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you for the few people who joined this chat. Sorry, this stream, and Onyx Sunflower who. Oh, Onyx. Sorry, I'm just doing something weird on my screen. Thank you to the people who watch this, and the people who are watching this in the future. I plan to get better at this for sure. It's just kind of a little difficult to write live because usually I can just be silent and take my time. But I really want you guys to enjoy this as well. So um, we'll get better. I'm going to go and have dinner now. I actually have to go edit my next video that I plan to post this Friday. I don't know if I'll have enough time to get it done, but I'm going to post this Friday, or it's going to be sometime next week. So look forward to that. And same time here next Tuesday, around 6 p.m. Gonna be here, gonna be editing. So yeah, join me then. And other than that, yeah, see you later, friends.